University of Warwick is a school on the edges of civilization. Placed on the outskirts of Coventry, its students trudge through lakes, fields and forests every day in their quest for higher education. Somewhere so close to the elements, what better place is there to play the toughest game on earth? Survivor!
Hi, I'm Nogla Rapport. I'm 21 years old. I'm a third year history and politics student.
We have to wear something to run in, to move in.
Is that what it says?
I know Phoebe. I'm pretty good friends with Phoebe. Unless she says in her confessional that we're not good friends. In which case, we're not fucking friends.
Being the first ever season of College Survivor filmed in the UK, 18 players will have to learn the ropes quickly.
There's no strategy required when you're me.
Will it last?
Discovering how to navigate the twists and turns of a season of Survivor, all while living their day-to-day university life.
I think I've the adult call.
I feel like I'm definitely a contender to win it.
How does a cast unfamiliar with the standard strategies of Survivor fare in the first season of Survivor Warwick? Roots of War. 61 days, 18 people, 1 survivor! Hello, I'm Zan, the creator of Survivor Warwick, Roots of War. I just thought I'd pop in to just give a bit of an explanation on how Survivor works. If you're watching this, you either are a fan of Survivor, in which case you can skip this part, or you are someone that I or one of the contestants know, in which case you probably don't know how Survivor works. In College Survivor, the players are split into 2 tribes. Then, in each episode, these 2 tribes compete in an immunity challenge. The losing tribe must attend Tribal Council. At Tribal Council, the players will each go off individually and write down the name of the person on their tribe who they think should be eliminated from the game. Then I, as the host, will collect all of their votes and read them off one by one, and whoever receives the majority is voted out of the game. To stay in the game, players then form alliances and coordinate who they think should get voted out based on who they think is a threat or who they think it would be an easy sell to other players to want to vote out as well. You get a lot of strategy and different alliances being formed and broken as the numbers dwindle. And this all continues until there is 1 person remaining. That's the gist of it. A couple of twists happen along the way. The tribes get mixed, and once a certain number of people have been voted out, the tribes also will form one big tribe. The main twist you need to know at this point is that each tribe will receive clues for their team's hidden immunity idol. Hidden around campus, each tribe will have this hidden immunity idol, and the person who finds it will have an opportunity to save themselves. At Tribal Council, once everyone has cast their votes, but before the votes are read, if the person in possession of the hidden immunity idol thinks that they have received the majority, they can play said hidden immunity idol and any votes for them will not count. The person with the next highest votes then goes home instead. It's a bit of a get out of jail free card, but they have to be able to predict when they need to play it. And that's all you really need to know at this point. I will pop up now and then along the way as we get further into the game. For now, just enjoy the first episode, and thanks for watching.
It was you, but I didn't want to shout because I was wrong then.
And then it was
Makes
me.
sense that you did it.
Hi, I'm Lizzie. I'm 21. I'm a second year theatre and performance studies student.
First one's here. Dedication.
I've been told that we're not going to be having to go into the woods and build shelters, which I'm greatly relieved about because I would die instantly. But I'm excited. I know we get to vote people out. It's kind of fun. It's a bit, a bit exciting. So I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm very excited for it.
Are you going when you're
I'm
abroad?
going to Canada. In September.
With this game being done at uni with people I know, I think the most important thing will be to try and keep Survivor and the rest of uni life as separate as possible.
Oh, I love Freddie Peach. I feel like he would be a really fun person to have on a tribe. He's really, really lovely.
Because at the end of the day, I might be friends with these people, but they are my competitors. So I'm not going to be thinking of them as friends, even if I'm treating them that way.
Nice to meet you, mate.
We've met before. Nice to see you.
And was it Izzy?
Lizzie.
Lizzie. Dan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dan.
My name's Dan. I'm a third-year English literature student. Wait, what am I saying? My name's Dan. I'm a third-year English literature student, and I'm 21 years old, and I enjoy acting, and this is so difficult. I know absolutely nothing about Survivor. I'm going in dark, so I don't know whether that's going to help me or hinder me. Maybe having no preconceptions could be helpful, because I'm not going to be overthinking things, but maybe I should be overthinking things. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys were in Entertaining Mrs. Sloan together.
Yes, we were.
That was so good.
Thank you. Yeah, I know Chloe, we were in the play together.
It was very good. He was slow. I was his father.
Yeah, as you can
Which
tell.
makes sense.
No idea what to expect, but I'm just gonna try and be friendly. I think that's my tactic.
Yeah, me too. Just
No
be nice.
backstabbing.
No, because I feel like some people will be backstabby, so just be nice, but also secretly just
Secretly backstabbing.
Hi, me and Dan have decided that we're going to meet up on the way, so we have a familiar face as we go in. So we're going to meet each other there and we're going to walk in together.
He was slandering freshers. He was like, you can just tell he was like, like to me, he was like, they're just so clueless, aren't they? And I was like,
I assume it will be some kind of like movie thing. Not movie as in like film, movie as in like movie. I just gave myself the ick. I'm excited. I'm also excited to meet my tribe. See who I'm going to be up against. So, yeah, see you down there.
really good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ooh.
Some new friends.
They look like they're ready to move. they're in that full sports kit. Bloody hell.
Walking up to the challenge initially, I was quite scared. I saw some people, some familiar faces that I knew.
Hello.
And then more and more people came, and it became quite a bit more difficult to get to know people.
How are you, Owen?
Did not check the weather forecast, so I've been better.
I have watched a fair bit of Survivor in my life. I'm very familiar with the strategies, the idols, the tribal councils, the blind sides. I know it all.
What do you take?
I take history and politics.
Oh, I do politics.
Whoa!
Oh wait,
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm changing though to theatre.
Understandable.
Not to shit on, join like the theatre shit show.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Yeah.
My main strategy is just to be the middleman for every single situation. I hope people take it nicely. I hope people realise it's only a game. We're at uni, you know, it's not that deep. And if it is that deep to them, then some reflection is needed.
No.
No fucking way.
Is that Robin?
Oh my god!
Damn.
I'm the hungover, but I'm not. Also, I'm really stressed. I got very long. Robin! Hi! Oh, I'm so excited.
That's
I
a
love
spanner.
her.
Hello, my name's Robin. I'm a 4th year German and Theatre Studies student, and this year I'm taking part in Survivor. I'm gonna hopefully survive.
It's too much. It's too much.
I am feeling good. That's a lie. I'm feeling quite nervous. I'm really stressed. I'm stressed about making alliances because I feel like I'm probably too trusting. I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna be like, yeah! Friends! And behind my back, they're gonna be like, vote. Oh god, it's quite stressful, isn't it? I think the strategy is just, do you know what? As we were taught as children, be yourself. You just got to go in with good vibes, good times, and hope for the best. And look, at the end of the day, would it be sad to go out first week? Yes. I wouldn't be grooving, let's put it like that. But, you know, someone's got to go out. If this is my only time I get to do Survivor, I'm going to make the most of it. It's going to be a good time. I've got to go in strong. I've got to go in confident. I've got to go in like, guys, I'm here. I'm here. Alliance with me.
And the filer jumper. I think she could kill me.
Hi everyone, I'm Phoebe. I recognise a lot of you. I don't know you. Or you. Or you. Everyone else I'm familiar with. I'm just excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's games, there's drama, and I plan on being the centre of a lot of the drama. I need a drinky winky.
I thought it was awful. It turns out my behaviour.
It's like if there's 5 seconds where Phoebe's not the main character, it's time to go again.
I'm gonna be a manipulator, and that's the only way I can put it. I don't want to say evil mastermind, but probably two-faced. Yeah, two-faced. That's what we're going with. Drinky winky, you're quiet.
I forgot to wish Charlie happy birthday and I've been meaning to do it for 4 weeks. Now's my time.
Some people I noticed were better at getting to know people than others.
Charlie!
I thought Nogga was amazing. Lizzie was amazing. They were trying really hard.
I think it'd be so fun for like a head-to-head of like best friends. I think a lot of people who know each other really well.
I think I'm quite good at like just convincing people to do things in like a positive, energetic way.
That was definitely something that I noted down to keep an eye on because those two can both be really good socially.
Here he is. No. Oh, for God's sake!
Go home!
Leave!
Arrived a bit late, cycling up the hill, and there was a large chorus of boos as I arrived, which I don't know if that reflects my notoriety within this group of people that have been assembled, or whether they just don't like people who ride bikes.
I know probably more about the game than anyone else. So I did a Survivor 22nd birthday party, and to let you know how seriously I take this game, I created my own immunity necklace, included with a logo. Is that framed right?
I have a sneaking suspicion that the boos were led by Phoebe, and one of my pre-game predictions was that we'd have a bit of a rivalry.
What's your name? Isaac, nice to meet you. I'm Lizzie. Guys, name circle.
So I think even if I say I'm not going to take it too seriously, by the time we get started, I'm going to be taking it so seriously. I'm going to be like, I can hold this pole for days and years and months and all of that.
I'm putting that in my notes.
All right, guys. Welcome to the first season of Survivor Warwick.
Yeah.
This season is called Survivor Warwick Roots of War.
Oh.
First things first.
Are you gonna light it?
Can you get into it live?
And when getting sorted into tribes, I was like, okay, I really hope I'm with Dan. I really hope I'm with Ollie, who's my best mate.
How does it end? Because it's like we'll take each other to the end, but like, what is the end?
There's a target on both of our backs because everyone knows this is such a tight-knit duo. So I think we really need to downplay that.
Now that we all know each other, this unfortunately isn't just going to be a free-for-all for all 18 of you, and you guys are going to be put into tribes. Ready, Peach? On the yellow tribe. Nogga. Rhea.
I am willing to do a lot. I am willing to cut off friendships if I'm going to be honest. Not willing to miss any exams, but apart from that, I am willing to do everything.
Dan. Well, Charlie, you're next.
No, I want to. No, that's next option. It's fine. Hi guys.
I'm Charlie. I'm a first year econ student. I think I can be I think I can be kind of honest. And I think it takes getting used to. But you know, I can work on that. I think I can be a lovely person. I won't struggle with that. I'll be fine.
My name is Caitlin. I'm a first year English Lit with creative writing student. I was an elite gymnast for over 10 years of my life. I think I know what it takes to be a winner, and I don't back down very easily. Even through injuries in gym, I was always there. But if you go into it very strategic, people are going, oh, either they're good or they're just gonna backstab me. But I don't mind a couple of votes, because I don't think I want to be a big presence, but I just want to kind of sit to the side, let it happen, be observant, and then go from there.
Ben.
I'm something of a strategist, and with that in mind, I think I will be traitorous, backstabbing. I'm fantastic at building social bonds. I'm really good at it, so I think that will be my number one priority. What's going to annoy me the most is when other people are talking and I want to contribute, but I don't feel brave enough, so then I end up not contributing, and then they kick me out because I'm just too quiet. I'm going to try and come out of this having made at least one friend.
Oh my god.
Will?
Who's on the other team? Oh my gosh, you paused up against I think Nog is going to be horrific. Yeah, there's going to be some loyalty there. I said that I would be loyal to her in our duo confessional, but that's a lie. I'm not being loyal to her in any way, shape or form. She's going to be awful and I will not let her drag me down.
Oh my god, you're with each other.
No, Lizzie! Owen? Owen!
Oh, Owen. He's too nice for these games. He's got no chance. He's going to get stamped on like a little fly.
Oh my god, stop him!
Wow, looking at purple, looking at yellow, purple's looking a lot stronger. And also with Lizzie there, she's someone who I'm a lot closer to than the rest of the cast, so it's great to be on starting tribe with her because I can work closely with her, kind of have her with my eyes and ears in conversations that I might otherwise not be in.
Toby Mills!
Oh, the club.
Guys.
I ran forward, and everyone else had been kind of politely clapping as people went up, and I don't know if people just run out of steam by the time it reached me, but there was complete silence. Which again, don't know if that bodes well, but we shall see, we shall see.
Oh, the club.
I don't know, I think he's out early. He seems a bit too bumbly to be able to succeed in these games. I think he's too free-spirited. No trust there at all. Freddie Peach is definitely going to be a bit manipulative. I have a feeling.
Hiya, how's it going?
And I will not, again, not be falling for it. This is a running theme. It's all going to be fakeness from all of them.
Isaac?
Yes, welcome.
I can coordinate well with you. I'll follow instructions, or I will help coordinate the team, what we're going to do. That strategy angle in terms of being a good team player and staying calm when things are stressful or time sensitive.
Chloe?
Yes, Chloe!
Yes! Whenever I'm cooking, that's when I'm stressed and short with people. But in crisis situations, I'm pretty calm.
Lexi?
How do you
You have thought. You have deep thought. We have very superficial.
Tilly? So Robin.
Let's go, Robin, let's go.
You weren't. Alright, we have your tribes, your tribe members. The first thing that you have to do is come up with a tribe name. So we will separate you, just move aside and come up with a tribe name.
Try and win some points with the host. His name's Zan. We could be the Zanarchists.
No.
No,
Give me the YCU, Yellow Cinematic Universe tribe. That's so funny.
Yes.
The YCU, we're the YCU, the Yellow Cinematic Universe.
YCU. The Yellow Man's Christian Association tribe. I'm okay with the YCU.
We're really struggling.
There's a lot of voices here. We're not looking very strong in uniform.
Fire tornado!
Yes.
Fire tornado! Fire tornado! Fire tornado!
That's intimidating.
Just a fire tornado.
Fire tornado! Final
Yes,
answer!
fire
Fire
tornado.
tornado! Final answer! FTT! FTT!
That's the Financial Times. We cannot do that.
No, fire tornado! Fire tornado!
Final answer. It's done, we're done.
We're a team. Alright, have you guys decided on your names?
Yes.
Right. Purple Tribe, what is your tribe name going to be?
Our name is
Vibe Tribe! Vibe in purple, and then we have Fire Tornado!
FTT! Fire Tornado Tribe!
Fire Tornado Tribe.
Alright, so we have Vibe and FTT. Fire Tornado.
The name FTT sucks. Like, it's really bad. Just the worst.
We have like a spinning fire image, like it slays. Whereas vibes, what does that mean?
There were so many ideas thrown out, and none of them were particularly good, but this is the worst.
Now that we got that sorted out, are we ready to get to our first challenge? Yeah! In this game, there'll be this tyre in the middle. Yeah. And 1v1, you will go up against another member of the tribe to race to try and take the tyre and drag it across your tribe's line. Alright? If you do that, you score a point for your team. And first one to 7 wins. Yeah, so what we're going to do is you guys are going to rank your tribe numbers 1 to 9 in terms of strength, all right? You're going to put your strongest one at number 1 and you're going to put your weakest tribe member at number 9. And the number 1s will face off against each other, number 2s, number 3s, all right? So decide a tribe order.
Okay, let's go around.
So we're not confined by the line.
Is anyone very, very fast, regardless of strength? Great.
We don't actually need to rank ourselves in terms of strength order.
No, but also
whoever's their strongest person, we should pair with our weakest.
They're clever enough to do that though.
Do we want to like sandbag the first like 1 and 2 and put our strongest in like 3 and 4?
Well, then we do it completely random because then they've got no way of preparing for it.
No, because
they can't psych us out.
Isaac's not happy, guys.
That's just.
That's
just leaving out the chance.
No, but they can't psych out our plan if we don't have.
I would like.
That's so true.
If we might get to 7 first, but we might not.
So middle strength.
Or they
go at the start, and then high strength onwards. Yeah. So the highest strong ones. So we just like shifted a little bit.
Yeah. Whatever order we're going to do, just have our first person and our last person be very weak in case they decide to rank it from weakest to strongest, or the other way around.
First, get out of the way.
Isaac seems to have kind of taken a leadership role in our group a little bit, or at least he's like trying to. And he's very vocal, and I think he has some great ideas, honestly. Like, I am going to make sure I listen to him. I do kind of want him on my side, but again, I just don't trust him.
And if they do it the opposite way round to fuck with us, then we need to get them, like them also to get punished for it.
Okay, so who's on speed so we can do this like well, because I don't want us to rush. Okay.
Nogga, she's definitely giving like team leader vibes, which is good because she's really good at it. And also, if there's going to be a mutiny, it wouldn't be against me. And I feel like if she hadn't stepped up to be the leader, then I probably would have done, which leaves me in a good position where I feel like I can just be, you know, likeable and kind of agree with people for a few weeks and not say anything too controversial.
We're doing our own quick.
I don't think that's tough enough to figure out. I'm not.
Yes.
Well, he's probably giving them the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think they believe that you were second as well. Then you can't say.
Good, you've got inside them.
Oh God, don't put me as one. But I'm not strong.
Yeah, we'll line up in it.
Guys, Nogga would have come up with some bullshit strategy. I'm telling you. No, I'm not joking. I'm telling you for definite. She would have literally been like, right, guys, that's like.
Yeah, well. All right. No, so. Number 1, step up, please. Survivors ready? Go! Dan scores for Vibe. Number 2s, step up. Survivors ready? Go! Will scores for Vibe. 2 zip. All right. Number 3s, are you ready? Survivors ready? Go! Ollie slips over. He goes limp. Ollie scores for Vibe. 3-zip. Number 4s, are you ready? Survivors ready? Go! Chloe flips over. She's not going. Isaac is pulling Chloe as hard as he can. Isaac scores for Fire Tornado! 3-1. Bob's ready? Yeah. Go! Freddy takes it after having his buff and hat ripped off. 3, 2. We're gonna switch sides.
This is where they're going. Chloe, you are a demon. I wasn't expecting anybody to have that level of swing.
Number 6s stepping up. We have Charlie for Fire Tornado and we have Tilly for Vibe.
I didn't expect it to be so physical and violent.
Survivors ready? Go!
Go! Sorry. I feel bad. And then the jeans as well. It's not ideal.
Tilly completely wipes out. Fire Tornado ties it up for 3-3. All right. Number 7s, are you ready?
Come on, Owen.
Owen pulls him straight over the line and scores for Fire Tornado. 4-3.
I'd been visualizing and rehearsing in my head exactly what I was going to do, like try and loop my arm through the tire, or I'd like try and step in it. And all of that just goes out the window the moment you cross that line and start running towards the other person. And I was up against Owen, who, while he is 6'4", is made of pipe cleaners. So I really am a bit disappointed.
We have number 8 stepping up. Survivors ready? Go!
I do think the problem was that I got it first, and that was the issue, and then I didn't get straight back up. I thought if I protected it, I don't know what in the moment made me think that, but anyway.
And Caitlin wins a point for Vibe Tribe. Robin, it's done. It ties it up 4-4. This is a close race. We have number 9s. We have Lizzie for Vibe, and we have Phoebe for Fire Tornado. Survivors ready? Go! Phoebe has it wrapped around her leg. She can't get up. Lizzie is pulling her over. And Lizzie scores for Vibe Tribe after Phoebe tries to bite her.
Just as I was pulling her over our line, she fucking bit me. She...
So we're gonna do 1s and 2s now. So for Fire Tornado, we have Ria and Lexi. And for Vibe, we have Will and Dan. Survivors ready? Go!
Come on, girls! Hit her!
Will has it for Vibe, and he absolutely sprints past them and scores a point for Vibe. It is 6-4. We have 5s and 6s for Fire Tornado. We have Freddie and Charlie, and for Vibe, we have Nogga and Tilly. All right, survivors ready? Go!
Tilly, I'm so sorry.
Did you just smash her to the floor?
Tilly versus Freddie, by the way. I mean, I feel bad for her because that was a crunch. The way her body just like ragdolled. I hope she's okay.
I'm really sorry.
I can't actually feel this hand. So,
All right, we're gonna do 3s and 9s. If Vibe wins this round, they have won the first challenge, sending Fire Tornado to Tribal Council.
fuck off!
All right. For Fire Tornado, we have Ben and Phoebe. For Vibe, we have Ollie, Bigley, and Lizzie. Survivors ready? Go! Scores for Vibe! Vibe wins immunity! So, Vibe, come up and get the immunity idol. You will not have to come to Tribal Council and vote out a member of your team. For winning, you will also get a clue to your Tribal Community idol. I'll send that out to you later. Fire Tornado, I got nothing for you except a date with me at Tribal Council, where you'll have to vote out someone on your tribe, and one of you will be the first person out of Survivor Warwick Roots at War. Grab your stuff, head out.
NFL level sidestep. That was unreal.
We won. We actually won the challenge. Obviously.
My team won, so I literally survived Survivor.
Blood has been shed, but this team will get its vengeance.
I'm also really happy. I feel like it would have been the worst thing ever to go home on the first week. Like, I just feel like that would have literally been awful. Also, I don't think we have any weak links in our team. Like, we clearly work well together. I thought, like, we were quite good at, like, listening to each other, because we don't know anyone. Like, we need to be fake.
I think there's a lot of sort of team spirit. I think everyone gets on really well.
Guys, are you happy I'm on this tribe?
Is that a concussion talking?
Which is obviously a good sign.
I think our team is really competitive. People really want to win, but everyone, like, is totally on the same wavelength of, like, it's far too early for us to start being sneaky.
I feel the vibe. What was it? Toby said our tagline should be "You just caught a vibe," and I think we might.
Bye.
Our team is being really friendly to one another.
Oh, come on in. Should we go to
I'm not gonna lie.
Which is kind of bad, because if we lose a challenge, I actually currently don't know who to vote for.
You know, I think everyone wants to win.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Trying to form an alliance is a really dangerous thing, because I think it just marks you out straight away as someone who wants to, like, play a game.
I already want to keep sticking with my alliance with Dan, because I think we'll be a really good pair, especially because we're in the same tribe, so we can suss everyone out, and I'm hopefully going to meet with him this week. We need like a alliance name, or like a saying as well. But also, I already knew Charlie from doing a musical with him last year, and I think that he'd be a very valuable team member to have on the other side, so that I've got people who I know on my side and the other side.
So yeah, I'm meeting Chloe later this week, we think. So yeah, I just think Chloe's a nice person. I think a trustworthy person. So it's good to build an alliance early with someone who is unlikely to betray and will also probably help me in the future at some point. You know, we don't know what will happen with tribal allocations. I don't know where I could be put. I don't know where she'll be put. It's always good to have allies on the other side.
You know, dipping my toes in all the different ponds. Is that the right metaphor? Yeah. I'll cross-tribe it. I'm not going to tell him my alliance with you.
Okay.
So then I'll give us the insight from them. I think in terms of our team, I'd say for that challenge, probably the weakest member was Tilly, unfortunately. I think that's because she lost her glasses, bless her. Like she tried really hard, but I just think it maybe wasn't her day. So that is something that I'm gonna bear in mind. Yeah, food for thought.
So I'm in the Vibe Tribe. I feel like it's a strong team actually. I'm with Toby Mills, and I've known Toby for a while now. I think he's a really great person to have on a team.
It looks like we're taking a selfie.
Yeah.
He's smart, he's like, definitely, he's not like, I wouldn't say like athletic.
You're the only one in our tribe who can do certain things. I don't think anyone is planning on getting rid of you anytime soon.
I certainly think that Lizzie is my number one port of call.
I also think Toby would keep me around because we already know each other. No alliances have formed officially as far as I am aware, at least I haven't formed any. I imagine Caitlin and Will because they're friends. But I again think that their alliance will be like mine and Toby, where it's like, keep me because you know me.
It's going back.
Yeah, 7, 6 years.
7 years, I think. You were quite quiet.
I was quiet. He was.
And I was a knobhead.
We've had ups and downs, you know, as every friendship does. I think we both know that it's an individual game because obviously we do have that bond, but at the end of the day, get away from me. I think we probably would, you know, think selfishly towards the end.
I feel like you're quite fun, but only when
I win.
Only when you win. You're quite competitive.
I think I go into it quite strategic. I kind of weigh up the pros and the cons, and I would say I'm quite brainy. Will's gonna go further than me.
Do you think so?
100%.
Do you think so?
I can't lie very well.
I think I'm going to plan on making a good first impression. Kind of make sure that they can't really vote me out. And, yeah, we'll see.
If you can get through the first half of not basing it all on strategy, I think you'll go further.
I'd agree, but it's just getting over that first hurdle. That's the biggest problem.
Maybe being a bit ruthless is going to bode well for me. In like a nice way. Like I'm ruthless, but I think friendly, so it's okay. I'm looking forward to this season. I think it could be pretty good. I think there are some big personalities and hopefully some big drama.
I chipped like 3 nails doing that. So sacrifices were made.
Well, we lost. I'm cold, I'm wet, I'm unhappy.
That was wet. I look like a drowned rat. I look like I've come up from the sewers.
I think if we do it based on purely on performance for this challenge, then I shouldn't be voted out.
I could have done better in the challenge myself. But then so could some other people, I think.
Better to start on a low and end on a high than the other way around. The yellow team is really a really good, well-rounded team. I think we have sporty people, clever people, like musical theatre people as FTT, Fire Tornado Tribe. I almost forgot what we were called.
Yeah, we lost. So we now have to go to a tribunal meeting, right? That's what it's called.
So I think we just work out a couple first.
So can we go
Anybody can go. You don't mind too much.
No one's gonna volunteer.
I think our tribe's leadership dynamics have been established quite quickly. I'm not concerned about being voted out, but you know, if it happens, it happens. What can you do?
I think it's just so. I just feel like it's so like it's just so difficult because it's like no one. We don't really know anyone, and also it's just.
I don't know. I really don't want to cross anyone's back. I really want to try and be a good, a good person.
I was naive. I didn't think about this part, and now I just feel really like awkward and uncomfortable because it just feels really mean.
You know that bit in the Hunger Games where Peter's like, God, what a strange comparison. I'm gonna go into these games. I want to still be me, and I think I want to bring that with me.
Throw us for a loop, and we should be more prepared next time. Maybe I don't know. We'll discuss.
So I think the challenge went. It was okay. I won my round. At least.
But either way, I'm proud of our team.
The Fire Tornado Tribe is love live. We are like the personality hires of the show, which is fine. We're not the most skilled, but we're here for the lols.
Even though we didn't win in the end, my strategy did help us.
We couldn't have done anything differently. We couldn't have predicted the final switch up with the pairs.
Yeah, it was surprisingly a nice wholesome vibe around the tribe, and then everybody left, and some of us decided to go to T-bar.
So we're going to the pub.
And she's thinking of defaulting to our team.
Alcohol
brings tribes together.
Means peace.
Which was me, Freddie Peach, Phoebe, Robin, and Isaac as well.
I'm not being funny, guys. It's just a bit of fun. And anyway,
That's not the attitude. I'm here to win and to kill them all.
My
guys, I'm
my
so
tribe.
okay with Lizzie being an honorary member of our tribe.
No.
And Lizzie, Hart, and Dan decided to join us.
But I'm going to be friendly to the yellow team. I think we're going to the pub.
We went to the pub with some members of the yellow team. And good to keep them on side too. I think we should all be friends, really.
Do you want to be? I have a proposition for you right now, Lizzie.
Yes.
Do you want to form an alliance with me and be a mole in the Fire Tribe?
I'd love to go for a pint.
We sort of had a little group form.
Who's not here right now? I think we're all trying to actually form an alliance to be friends, to be a stronger team. And some people clearly don't want to put that effort in.
I think an alliance of sorts has been formed between me, Phoebe, Owen, Isaac, Charlie, and Freddie.
Let's call it the T-Bar Alliance.
I have to be also as well like we form an alliance when the teams merge. Yeah, we make it.
I think there definitely needs to be a solid group going into.
And we need to then be keeping an eye out for who we think we can
Yeah.
get on side. There was just a switch almost as we were walking.
I feel like on our tribe, there's more people that I feel confident would stick as it is like on that team.
I know people who I wouldn't trust on the other team.
They have less
That's
people.
my thing.
They have less people I know. Like we all know.
There are some people I wouldn't trust on the other team. I know that as a fact.
Sort of agreed that we'd have each other's backs.
We have the dumb fucking chance. You know what I mean?
We had FCT.
They were dispersed.
We're a tornado.
And like a tornado, we're gonna fuck that shit up.
But most people went to the pub together, and on the way there was some interesting conversations being had. Yeah.
It's not hard feelings. This is the first one. Yes.
I know, but I feel like also, how do you know though? How do you know you can trust? I don't know how long this alliance is going to last for. What I will say is that at the moment, I trust them all. For like the next few weeks, I trust them. The only person I think I'm going to speak to him about it, that I wholeheartedly trust is Charlie.
I may or may not be thinking about forming an official alliance with Miss Robin because, we know each other.
I feel like I'm going to speak to Charlie to have like a #1 alliance that's like, whatever happens, we've got each other's back.
It's good spirits because we're still so many people, but like in a few weeks' time, will we all still be going to the Duck?
But everyone seems really lovely. It's really good vibes. It was so much fun. And like I know like fundamentally like everyone wants to win and like probably people are gonna go behind each other's backs. But at the moment I'd really love to stay until next week.
Are you already Fire Tornado strong? Fire Tornado are going the distance. By the time we get to where everyone mixes, it's gonna be 60% us minimum.
Okay, so Daniel Blunt. Is he full name Daniel?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I went to the pub after the first challenge, thought I'd sort of let my face be seen, make the other tribe sort of feel like they can maybe trust me.
Yeah, I vibe with you.
Made a little alliance with Owen.
I want to make a deal right now where if I ever feel in trouble and you have the idol or said idol,
you would do something for me, I'll help you out later on.
Again, and what sort of help would I be confirmed later on?
Me being a really cool, strong ally that would want to take you to the final two.
I spoke to Dan and I said, listen, if you find the immunity idol and I need help, you know, you would help me out and I would help you out by taking you to the end and always being there for you and, you know, voting with you.
I think it's helpful to have as many allies in the game as possible.
I think so.
So I'm going to take you up on that.
Yeah, cool.
We are a little secret, yeah?
Yeah.
I know they have my back, and if I get an idol, I will have their back. Simple as, you know, I'm not a snake, and I'm not going to go behind people's backs.
Sounds good.
I have the most connections to anyone out of the cast, so I feel like I'm really fighting an uphill battle because everyone recognises that. Oh, okay. For context, for any confused viewers watching, Ollie is my best friend, and we are on opposite tribes, but that does not mean we're not on the same team deep down.
I think that everyone is going to have an immediate thing that me and you will work together, at least partially.
Yeah.
So I think we have to play it off like
downplay.
I'm slightly wary of Owen actually, because I know he knows the game, and I'm also wary of Toby because I know he knows the game really well as well. Yeah, so I'm starting to see like little alliances kind of spring up.
I spoke to Dan one-on-one.
Yeah.
Well, talking about going to the end, and he's down. We shook hands about that we would like
keep each
other till the very end. And am I a schemer? Am I untrustworthy? Absolutely, but I'm not gonna let them know that.
We finished the first challenge. I'm here with a member of the enemy team. I don't know why.
We're friends, really. We're all friends.
I'm not sure about that. We're having a post challenge discussion. Yeah, I think I do.
Do you know I actually had a really good time and I wasn't expecting to when I was told it was going to be like a physical exercise.
I very much enjoyed it.
I had a really good time. Phoebe!
We had a nice little drink, about half the team after the challenge, so there's definitely some kind of bonding going on.
How about nudity? What we say about nudity?
I'll blur it, but you can send it in to me.
Awesome. That's fucking awesome. That is so cool. You're gonna see my ass, I'm telling you now.
Get ready for a full movie.
No, wait. That is a really good strategy to throw the vibe tripod.
Yeah.
You'll sit. No.
Everyone turn up naked to the next challenge.
You at least expect it. Freddie's arse is in your face.
We've got to vote someone out now, which is shit.
On some level, this first week's going to be a bit unfair.
Yes.
But from next week, we can start actually working out what kind of challenges we're going to face.
You can't really judge someone's value as a whole from one 20-minute challenge, so...
Glad we're not in this.
No, same. It fucking sucks. It absolutely
Just wait for next week.
I think it sucks. I think everyone needs to go for it.
Phoebe's been waiting for this her whole life to be able to vote people off of something.
I asked Robin how she feels about who she wants to vote out, you know. Lo and behold, Robin goes, I think Phoebe's plan works well.
What, who do you think?
This feels so mean. Well, my answer, Lexi. Is my answer.
Who do you think?
All you can hear, like, in the silence, it's just like...
Immediately next, Phoebe mentions Lexi's name.
You have to choose at some point, say, between, like, your friend and the person who might be perfect for the next challenge.
You know, I need some strong characters in my tribe if I want to hold a chance of winning. You know, she didn't make the strongest first impression, so I'm really sorry, Lexi, but your time is up.
I think Phoebe was really clever. It went from her slightly concerned that she'd get voted off to her taking leadership. Yeah, I mean, I have great respect for that. That was like smart strategy.
This might sound harsh, but if people involve their own feelings, then isn't that their own fault for taking?
Oh my god, that's so harsh. Owen, please. Can you turn it down? Please.
I felt like people like me, Freddie, Robin, well, we just didn't really there wasn't really much debate or discussion, which might be a problem with our tribe leaning forward if there's not enough communication between the the tribe mates.
What I want to do is do the thing that benefits the most people.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what's
What
most
if you're not one of those people?
What do you mean? Like, as in I should leave? But I'm not gonna vote myself off, Freddie. The five of us.
Well, and Charlie.
The fire tornado.
Charlie couldn't make it to this meeting. It came about by us suggesting that as a team we go and get a drink afterwards to bond, and 3 people decided not to come, and that's on them.
I value that most, which is like the willingness.
Sure you do. I value all of you. I love you all. I would never vote anyone out.
Meanwhile, 5 minutes ago, I'm fine next year.
Even if it was just me and you guys, I'd vote myself out.
I think from now on, we just go with that, ride with that as a plan, and it doesn't have to be deeper than that.
It's not a plan. It's just.
I mean,
This is what we're thinking.
tribal, we just give diplomatic answers, like, just keep it hush-hush and just go for it. But I don't know, like...
Give diplomatic answers.
Be like, who are you wanting to vote out? I don't know, everyone's got really strong... like, everyone brings so much to our team, like, I don't know who to vote.
Oh, when this room comes out, you're in the mud. You're done.
It's like, I actually just...
Everyone's like, who's the real villain of the season?
See, right, do you remember in my interview at the start when I said I did not want to be against Phoebe? Now I think you can see why now. She's ruthless.
I'm not ruthless.
You are
However,
ruthless.
I just think
bit me.
Let me state my case. I am not ruthless. I'm just very upfront.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna be there like, oh me, what do you think?
You wear your heart on your
sleeve. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But it's not a heart. It's just a brain.
I wear my brain on my sleeve.
I wear my brain on my.
Because she's so clever that she knows, like, she's onto me. I don't know. I feel really worried with them.
I think Leslie's gone. Hey Queens, let's chat while I peel and chop some baby garlic. I've just left the pub, checking my surroundings. I'm feeling good, but honestly I've just started to kind of like think about what schemes could be going on with these people. With all the people, I honestly don't know how to feel about this. Like, I just don't trust anyone at all. Like, a lot of them are obviously my friends, and that's really nice. But I don't know, just there's a lot of like alliance, not like vocabulary being thrown around. Owen is playing a dangerous game. He's just gonna get upset. It's gonna end in tears. Like, Charlie's like, oh my god, make sure like you involve me even though I can't come to the pub, like involve me. And I'm like, it's giving sus, like you just want us all to be on your side. And then we've got Robin, who's just a bit daft, but I don't know, I feel like she's got a conniving side. And then there's Isaac. You know, he's like a strategy man, he's got the thoughts that he's applying, like I think it's like the philosophy style kind of tactics of being like, I don't know, I just feel like philosophers are bullshitters.
Like this time we're being quite brutal in terms of being like, oh, we have this many people who are going to do the more sciencey or like rational side of things, then we're going to have this many people who are strength-based, speed-based, and so on.
Isaac was really good today. Great strategy as well. I can't justify voting out someone like that because he's clearly a valuable asset to the team.
We saw some people emerging as interesting characters. Like, you know, Isaac seems to like to put himself in a strategic position. He seems to like to present this sensible image. I think he's sneakier than he lets on.
I was in a very good mood on the day. So I was a bit more sociable, and I definitely think that worked to my advantage.
He's definitely labelling himself as the ideas man. Whatever that means. Oh no, this is mouldy. Are they all mouldy? Oh my gosh, they're all mouldy because they're like soft. Sorry, so I feel like Isaac so far sees me as an equal.
Phoebe, what's your team like?
I actually am quite obsessed with my team.
Good.
Like there's some very obvious weak links, but there's an alliance as well. So if you're not going to benefit everyone, what's the point?
Yeah, I can't pinpoint anyone like that in my team so far. But I feel like that will crop up.
I think they definitely exist. I've heard you've taken the leadership role. Who took a leadership role on your team?
I think Nogga was quite.
Nogga
was like.
She felt like a natural leader to me.
You're fucked. To the other members of the Vibe Drive who said that to me, I went, well, you're fucked. If Nogga's taking the leadership role, it's all downhill from there. I don't know, I think this is going to be really fun. Like, it's already so intense. And I'm just hoping that some people are going to crack, but I definitely will not be one of them. I think this is going to be a great time.
Winning means we've got a clue for the idol.
We got sent the clue yesterday, which was, let me read it. It rhymes, it's really weird. Start your idol search, the game is now afoot. The power you seek can now be found by water in a nook.
First of all is telling us that it's in a nook by a body of water, which could be a lot of places. And then we got a second clue, which is interesting.
Next to lily pads and a spar of mossy stone lies the only thing that will stop you from going home.
So there's something to do with lily pads. I know there are a few lily pads on campus, so I'll go and check there at some point. I don't know when, because I'm a very busy man. Okay, so I've got about 35 minutes until my exam, but we got an idol clue last night which said the idol is in a nook by some lily pads. There are a few nooks there to check out. So I've watched most seasons of Survivor and I've played and run online versions. People might see that as a threat if I overplay it too much. Someone could have already scoped out this area. The idol clue was given last night. I don't know if anyone else is being this keen. It's a lot easier to be sneaky when you're just texting people, but if you're actually having to talk to people in real life and you're having to lie to them, that's going to be a lot harder for me, I think. Look how many nooks and stuff there are. It's got to be here somewhere, surely. If I do find the idol, I will do my best to not tell anyone. I know there are some merits to having a close one or two people who know about it, because then if they hear your name, they know you can protect yourself, so they might tell you. But I just think more often than not it ends badly if other people know about the idol, and I hope I have enough game sense to be able to detect when I'm going to get voted out, and no one's going to know potentially if I've even gone looking for idols. So cut to someone else finding the idol here, because I cannot. I'm a very competitive person. I tend to do quite well in strategic games. Even if everyone's trying to gang up against me, I'm able to think my way out of it, and so it is of very little consequence if I lie to these people, if I blindside them, if I tell them I'm not going to vote for them, and then I do vote for them, I will stop at nothing to destroy these people who dare even encroach on my territory. But I don't think anyone else would have got here first, so maybe it's not there after all.
So me and Owen are currently out on the hunt looking for the immunity idol.
Ollie from Team Vibe Tribe decided to share with me the clue to the hidden immunity idol. If I get an idol clue, if Ollie gets an idol clue, we share in that shit. Me and Ollie set off immediately.
We've got the clue, we know it's by a body of water.
We set off to every single pool of water around campus. Guess what? They weren't there.
And our best guess at the moment is the WBS pond, but we'll give you
There's a
updates
little nook
as they
outside
come.
WBS.
We could not find a single fucking lily pad. We went high and wide for over an hour around campus at like 11 p.m. No lily pads. We looked everywhere around. We were scrounging, if that's a word, through the grass.
I'm just searching, really searching for this fucking idol clue.
Looking, I was going through all of the cracks in the stone. Nothing. There wasn't anything there.
I can't find shit, mate.
Which makes me think that somebody already has the idol.
I am about to head off to go onto campus to watch a little show, but on the way I'm gonna have a little look for the idol.
This is my beautiful friend Bees.
Hello.
And Daisy's filming, so hi Daisy. Hi Daisy. We're gonna go look for the secret immunity idol where my friend Jacob suggested.
My flatmate Jacob said there's a little like pond type thing that definitely has lily pads. So if the lily pad is the stress, and that is kind of walking from the piazza towards Cryfield, like before like post-grad building.
Okay, we've spotted the location. There it is. What they do.
Oh, this has to be it.
So when we go in now, in my gorgeous little dress that I'm wearing for this show, I'm gonna go have a little look.
No, it's not. It's a bit of foil.
I kind of want to get ahead of the game. I don't think that's sneaky. I think that's just being a player. Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
We went to the bit earlier that I was convinced was the right spot and we couldn't find it, but now maybe it's not actually that spot and I'm just like looking for it to be that spot. So we're gonna go look at the second place I had an idea for, which is opposite Scarman behind Warwick Business School. So I have some thoughts that it might be around here, but it's dark, so I'm not really sure what my plans are in terms of like looking for it. So I might just like walk around the outside and hope that campus security don't come and like catch me loitering, because then I have to explain this fucking show to them and I don't want to have to do that. It's not down there. I hate myself so much. Is this a nook? It is a large body of water though. It does get me. Mum, I love you. I don't feel like it's here. I don't think it's here either. I'm gonna really hate if it's hidden somewhere that I've looked and that I've just not looked in quite the right place. Do you think we should go?
Not right now. We're looking.
It has been a long day of looking for this fucking community idol.
So I'm a woman deflated. We've come to the Lord Bat. Let me take you on a tour of campus. Everyone's gonna be fucking laughing at me. Toby Mills is gonna have found this already.
I've sort of watched back some of the videos.
I'm deeply ashamed of myself. I've thought of every pond, You've pondered every pond. Every mossy stone that I know exists on this campus.
I genuinely think it's in the first place I looked, which means that somebody has it. I'm not really sure how to approach figuring out who has it. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to play this game. I feel like I need someone to help me a little bit. I should watch some Survivor. Actually figure out how people play this game. Maybe it would be good to start thinking about alliances.
Is the morning of the first tribal council. Extremely nervous.
I am a bit upset we're going to tribal council, but we'll see how that works out.
I have... Right, so let's be clear. I think everyone's voting Lexi out.
Would I vote out, according to a few of us, who I will not name, would baby be Lexi? I've got to say, because she didn't really contribute to group discussion, she wasn't giving personality, she didn't really align with our group vibes.
And I feel like I have mixed feelings.
But I noticed that I wouldn't have had a say. I think Phoebe is so influential.
I don't think there's anybody I don't trust. I just think I don't know people well enough to trust.
Ria is a really close friend of mine from Freshers Week.
How do you guys know each other?
We share an ex-boyfriend.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, should we FaceTime him?
No, let's not do that. Ria was my first friend at uni.
He's my first friend at Warwick, but I don't know if I can trust him.
And we bonded over the fact that we share an ex, so. Phoebe and they all basically like agreed already that Lexi would go.
No. I'm like really upset that they've chosen Lexi to kick out. I don't think Lexi was like a downfall at all.
Like if I misstep out of them,
Yeah.
I can be like, fuck you, Owen.
Yeah, you haven't
So I just have to go with it.
But this is the start of MTW's like takeover.
I'm not particularly enticed with the idea of like all of the drama people just going to like I don't like that. I spoke to Isaac after the challenge. I really like him. I think he's nice. Ben is nice.
Yeah.
I really don't want to vote Lexi out as my first person, you know. I don't think that she's a big threat to me in terms of like influence.
I think that we could get Phoebe.
Do you think?
I think if we can form like a Sherborne
Alliance.
A Sherborne alliance.
I don't feel too comfortable in my position, in my tribe right now, with Phoebe.
Green Block Alliance.
Yes.
That's you, Ollie, me.
That's very true. But Ben is not in a green block.
Oh no, Ben's pink.
But Ben,
Me, Caitlin.
you know, pink, green, same thing.
I am about to go and meet up with Owen and Ria to discuss strategy. Now, my thoughts on this are that surely they wouldn't ask to meet if they were going to vote for me.
After the challenge, we all went to T-bar. I just wanted a drink. I didn't want to like chat shit. It was Phoebe and Charlie were like, "Oh, we're gonna vote Lexi. We're gonna vote Lexi." Okay. It became like an entire thing.
But I suspect that this is the blossoming of a new allegiance, hopefully. It would be a strange decision for them to meet up with me only to tell me that they were voting for me.
It sort of made me a little bit suspicious of like Phoebe.
Yeah.
Purely because she was like kind of ringleading the whole thing, like as soon as we lost.
Just, you know, making it a formality. And we shook hands, and yes.
I feel confident in this specifically issue.
3 should be fine for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I think Isaac would come with us. Okay. Because he's the fresh air.
Yeah.
Is he Charlotte? Well, I have to change the group chat name.
Hopefully all goes well and I see everyone on the other side.
We got the tribunal meeting. I think everyone's going to vote for Lexi, but also like Ria was kind of more quiet as well.
I don't think that from one challenge I can actually say that one person is a good person. I don't think there's any way to like judge who should be kicked out in the from one challenge. Yeah, if Owen had told me about people who think a certain somebody could be kicked out, then I wouldn't even have thought of them.
She wasn't even the person or one of the people I was thinking of originally. I saw which way the wind was blowing, and so I went along.
I think with how the voting works, you want to vote with everyone else to make sure you're not the one who votes out. Vote with the crowd, and then you'll get someone else out.
I think I had her in mind after the challenge just because she was probably the quietest of the lot. At the same time, I didn't want to base that, I didn't want to use that as a reason to vote her out.
Yeah, if you come into a group where like people know each other and you don't, I would be the same.
I felt really shy and I felt really quiet, so I completely empathised with why, but at the same time I'm not going to jeopardise my position by voting against the pack.
Yeah.
It's tough picking who to get rid of. There were a couple members of the team that I didn't hear so much. Maintaining a team spirit from the early is pretty important because the sooner we have risks in the team, the quicker things fall apart.
Obviously this makes sense, and I'm really sorry for saying it. I wouldn't want to be in your position where we have to decide like who has to go.
Hopefully the journey begins today, but not ends. Because I know there are a lot of reasons, like, you know, it'd be sad, it would be a bit disappointing. I actually think the main one is it would be embarrassing. Hi guys. Bye guys. I can't do it. I just think, what if I cried? That would be awful. I mean, Zan, you're welcome. It would be great for the TV show.
It's looking like she's kind of doomed. I'm definitely going to be voting her out. She just didn't really have anything to say.
There are people like Phoebe who are just like, they're calling the shots immediately.
There are definitely some like strong voices.
Got nothing to go off. It's not going to get any easier from now.
But I kind of like don't want to be just like a sitting duck, just because then eventually it'll be my turn and they'll be like, oh, let's get her now.
Coasting along in the majority.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Survivor 2023. Let's go.
I am completely willing to lie to people's faces. I do not care. This is a game. I want to win this game. If they're that petty that they're actually going to get upset and it affects our real life friendships, then it's not worth their friendship anyway.
Alright. Welcome to Tribal Council, Fire Tornado Tribe. Phoebe,
Hello.
what were your first impressions of the Fire Tornado Tribe?
I think we've got some good vibes going on, but definitely the funny tribe. We're definitely the entertaining tribe.
Do you think that'll help you going forward?
I trust that my tribe will work for its best interests. Whether that no, I'm being honest, whether that involves me or not, I don't know yet. I've only been with you guys for a week. I've got to be honest.
Freddie, tell me about the name, Fire Tornado. How did your tribe come to the decision of that? Do you think that was the first real test of your tribe's cohesion as a unit?
So we were, God knows how long we were talking about names for, it was a while. And I mean, we had about 50 different names thrown out, and then I shouted Fire Tornado mostly as a joke, and they'd stuck, so that's our name.
So Isaac, tell me about the challenge. What do you think went wrong? Why do you think you guys lost?
I think we prepared about as well as we could have in terms of just planning it, and a few things just didn't go in our favour. We couldn't anticipate the matchups in the second part of the challenge.
Do you think you had the right strategy coming into it though?
I think we could have. It wasn't an optimal strategy, but I don't think we could have had a better one. Well, that's a bit contradictory.
Rio, what do you think you do now in order to kind of get back together for the next challenge? How do you think you guys need to kind of approach the next challenge, knowing that your strategy failed in the first one?
Our strategy didn't fail. I think our strategy was good.
Babes, we lost.
I think we just got unlucky. I think we just got unlucky, but I think our strategy did work.
Who do you think took charge during the challenge?
I think Phoebe took charge, but I think that is good to have like a leader. I don't think I think everybody still had like input, which I think was important. I think it is good to have one person like lead the discussion.
Phoebe, what do you think of that? Do you think you're the leader of this tribe?
I don't know. I might be the most vocal, but when it comes to actually coming up with a strategy, that was Isaac.
So, Ben, it seems that there's a competition for the loudest voice in this tribe. If Isaac is leading the strategy and Phoebe is the most vocal, do you think that they may clash in the future?
No, not really. I mean, there's no necessary reason that the strategist and the leader should ever clash. I mean, when countries go to war, they have a prime minister. I'm serious. You have a minister for defence and a prime minister, don't you? Like a strategist and a leader. I think that a group dynamic with multiple leading voices is no necessary recipe for disaster at all.
Slay.
Charlie, if you had to choose to elect a leader, who would you choose?
Ooh. Well, that's a complicated one because I feel like as everyone's established, Phoebe talks and and Isaac has strategy, but I think I would go with Isaac, probably. I think you're quite level-headed compared to everyone else, and knowing that Phoebe's a theatre kid does add a negative onto the stability part, so I would go with Isaac.
Lexi, do you think there's anyone to blame for your guys' loss, or do you think it was a team loss?
I mean, we were working as a team. I think that, like, obviously, if there was anyone to blame, it would be the leaders. But yeah, it was more of a team.
Owen, do you think at this point in the game any alliances have been formed?
I think week one it's kind of hard to like get your footing in with loads of people, and like things change week by week. But I think this early in the game you're still trying to get to know people, and like some people knew each other, some people didn't know each other, and it's kind of hard to figure out a dynamic when there's that many different sort of levels of play.
Robin, what do you think about the other tribe? Do you think, when it comes to the tribes mixing, potentially, do you think that you guys want to stay strong as Fire Tornado, or do you think that there's benefits in potentially making connections with the other tribe?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not just saying this. I feel allegiance to Fire Tornado, Fire Torslado. I think that the other tribe, I think that even though they won, lacking the humour, lacking the comedy, and I'd rather be losing but laughing, you know what I mean? And maybe that's harsh on them, they all seem very lovely, but I'm happy with the tribe I'm in. I can't remember what the original question was, but...
Before we get to the vote, does anyone feel in danger of getting voted out?
I did show up 20 minutes late. It's weighing on my chest.
Well, Robin, why don't we put that to the test? With that, it is time to vote. Robin, you're up.
We haven't known each other long enough.
I don't pass about me.
I'll go tally the votes.
Oh my god, no, I feel guilty.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote, Lexi. Second vote, Charlie. Third vote, Lexi. 2 votes Lexi, 1 vote Charlie. Phoebe. 2 votes Lexi, 1 vote Charlie, 1 vote Phoebe, 5 votes Lexi. Lexi. 3 votes Lexi, 1 vote Phoebe, 1 vote Charlie. Lexi. 4 votes Lexi, 1 vote Phoebe, 1 vote Charlie. The first person voted out of Survival War at Roots at War. Lexi. That's 5, that's enough. Lexi, the driver's spoken. Well, it seems like you guys were mostly unanimous on the first vote. Let's see if that retains for the rest of the season. Grab your stuff, head out.
She's gone for me. She's fucking dead to me. I don't trust the bitch.
I think she's a little overconfident. You know, that could be damaging.
Keep the weaker ones in.
The inner skeptic in me is flashing.
You're a goner if Phoebe catches wind of this.
Stupid to start throwing my name around.
Stuff is kicking off.
Like, it's a fucking game. Everyone needs to calm down.
It did feel a bit harsh being voted out, I will say that, but it's nothing personal. It's week 1.
Not because I wanted to, because Phoebe told me to.
I wasn't very vocal in challenges, and I think a lot other people did better in the challenge than me, so it's fair enough.
And the Lord said unto John, Come forth and receive eternal life. But John came fifth and won a toaster.